Hey everybody, in this video I'll be discussing the new moon solar eclipse in Aries on April the 8th, 2024. Eclipses often coincide with significant life changes and turning points. If an eclipse is hitting a planet in your chart, it can eclipse it out of your life, or it's putting it under this major spotlight where you have to make a lot of adjustments, especially this solar eclipse is going to be conjuncting or impact by a Mercury in retrograde. So there's a lot of decisions and planning. Mercury needs to be reevaluated and re-looked at again. All that fiery Aries new eclipse is triggering a major impulse to go after new beginnings, planting seeds for the future. And it can bring a lot of impatientness and impulsiveness. But with Mercury in retrograde next to that solar eclipse, you could be making mistakes. You might not have all the facts and information. So you want to slow it down. Now, this is not only is it just solar eclipse in Aries, with some of the issues of a Mercury retrograde. So you're going to have to reevaluate, a lot of introspection, a lot of revising, re-editing. So you're not going to jump out of the gate and take off and go after your goals in life, because with the Mercury's in retrograde from April the 1st till April the 25th, and it takes at least 30 to 60 days for a solar eclipse to reveal its lesson if it's impacting your chart. Well, there's a lot to break down, especially in these first weeks after the solar eclipse. We're having the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction and around the 20th of April. And on the day of the eclipse, on the 8th, that Jupiter-Uranus is closing in, but in harmony with assertive Mars, with disciplined Saturn. So there's some really powerful, positive energies, but there's a lot of revising and re-looking before it's off to the races. So before I start breaking all this down into more detail, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find direct links to book an astrology reading or even sign up for my free daily message. All right. Any eclipse, any powerful solar eclipse is trying to plant seeds for major new directions. If this is at 19 degrees of Aries, if you have a planet in your horoscope, be like 5 degrees before or after that 19 in Aries, or opposite, like that 10-degree spread in Libra, if you have a planet there, that eclipse is putting this burning spotlight on that planet. It can eclipse it out of your life, whatever that planet represents, or it could be indicating a lot of necessary changes, especially with Mercury in retrograde on the directly impacting this solar eclipse, a time of rethinking and re-editing. Now, there's some real positive opportunities for new beginnings, transformation, growth. You got to be patient. You got to be flexible. You got to be open-minded. But this can really trigger some really important, powerful new directions and opportunities. Let's just start with the new moon solar eclipse is on the 8th. And on the 20th of April, Jupiter and Uranus align. Now, I've been talking about this in my other videos. Jupiter is luck, expansiveness, opportunity. When it aligns with Uranus, innovative, unexpected, exciting. That Jupiter-Uranus alignment can bring windfalls, unexpected opportunities, breakthroughs. For the general public, it could be really ideal for advancements in medicine, technologies. This Jupiter-Uranus is close enough in this in the chart that I did for the solar eclipse. It is connected with Mars and Saturn in Pisces. Now, Mars is that aggressive, assertive. Mars is the planet that rules Aries. So that Aries, that impulse, that's courage. Let's initiate new beginnings. It also comes through that Mars. Mars, however, on the 8th is in Pisces, dreamy Pisces, creative Pisces. It's going to be aligned with Saturn. Now, Saturn can restrict and frustrate and delay. But on the positive, that Saturn can bring the patience, the discipline. That Mars can be very impatient and impulsive, especially since it's the ruler of the Aries eclipse. But the Saturn in the positive can discipline and slow it down and ground us so we can achieve our goals of the Mars. But there's more possibilities for the positive for most of us because the Mars-Saturn in Pisces is forming what we call a sextile or a 60-degree angle to the Jupiter and Uranus. Jupiter on the 8th will be at 19 Taurus. Uranus is at 21 Taurus. By the 20th, that Jupiter will be at 21 Taurus. So it is really closing in on that expansive breakthrough, innovative energies with the Jupiter-Uranus. That Jupiter in Uranus is going to be sextile the Mars-Saturn. Sextile is 60 degrees. It means the potential for positive opportunities. And now back to the Aries solar eclipse. There's all that impatient fire, excitability to really push forwards. And with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, there's going to be the opportunities for windfalls of luck and monies and opportunities. Now, the Mars-Saturn wants to have you achieve your goals through a lot of patience. But with the Jupiter or the Uranus is all this exciting breakthrough energy. But just the Jupiter itself, Jupiter is all that optimism and luck and opportunity in sextile to Mars-Saturn. Sextile, positive opportunities. Jupiter to the Saturn is great economically, great for business. And with the Aries eclipse, initiating major new business or open up a business or starting a new job, that's the breakthrough of Jupiter-Uranus. But sextiling Saturn, Saturn is stability and business. And when Saturn is in harmony or the sextile with Jupiter, it's really very favorable for building long-term financial foundations. With the Mars to the Jupiter, the Mars is that courage, that risk-taking, let's go for it, The Jupiter's bringing the opportunities. The Saturn is keeping us grounded and disciplined to achieve those goals. And the Jupiter-Uranus, windfalls of opportunities, but it's in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. So that Taurus is really grounding so we don't go flying off with these impulsive, inflated dreams and expectations. And not only is Jupiter and Uranus in stabilizing Taurus, it's in harmony with Saturn. And Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, another earth sign. So there's all this earthiness or practicality or patience that is going to allow people to really take advantage of powerful new opportunities, and with the Aries, the courage to run with it. But whatever is being offered, or whatever ideas it's coming to you, because of the Mercury in retrograde on the day of the eclipse, it's directly impacting it. The goals, the expectations with the Mercury, there needs to be some alterations. And the Mercury's in retrograde until the 25th of April. And as I've mentioned, eclipses take at least 30 days to 60 days to fully manifest. So there's significant opportunities for life-changing opportunities to be promoted, start a new business, come into an inheritance, come into a major settlement. But the plans to go in those directions, to achieve those goals, it needs to be revised. And you don't want to start really acting on it until after the Mercury goes direct, after the 25th of April. And we still need to wait at least 30 days from April the 8th for the solar eclipse to start revealing what's been hidden. Remember, an eclipse, whether it's a lunar full moon lunar eclipse or a new moon solar eclipse, it's a darkening of the light. So whatever is the truth, whatever is really important, it's trying to come in. It's not fully revealed yet. Plus the Mercury's in retrograde. So you don't have all the information. You don't have all the clarity. Now, if you are born a couple of days around April the 8th, or the opposite, around October the 8th, a couple of days, then this solar eclipse is going to be grabbing your sun sign, and you could typically within several months, you'll come to a crossroads. And if it's the Aries energy, if you're born around April the 8th, a significant new opportunity is trying to come in. Don't act on it impulsively till we get into May. You might start seeing a lot of these incredible opportunities bubbling up in April, especially around that April the 20th. I'd give it 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, because this real breakthrough energies. Now, if you have whatever that planet represents, so if that 19 degrees of Aries or opposite 19 degrees of Libra is impacting a planet in your chart, if it's, let's say it's the moon, there could be significant changes in your home life, with your family, all the qualities of the moon. With Venus, your creative life, your love life. Mars, your energy. What you'll see with eclipses hitting Mars, if you've been really busy, then that shift of energy will take away all that busyness and slow you down. Or if you've been bored or stuck and nothing much is happening, and eclipse hits the Mars, you're off to the races and really busy. If it's on Jupiter, it's putting a real spotlight on all things Jupiter. higher education, teaching, marketing, publishing, my favorite, long distance traveling. If it's Saturn, it's putting a real focus on responsibilities and business. If it's on Uranus, it's really awakening innovation, technology, inventions, but on a more personal level, needing personal freedom, needing to break free. Typical would be, trying to set up how you can have your own business. Or stay at your job, but how you could work more remotely, because Uranus is also technology, but Uranus wants more personal freedoms. With Neptune, it's putting a real focus on inspiration and creativity and charity. And if it's on Pluto in your chart, around 19 Aries, opposite 19 Libra, Pluto is about transformation, endings, and new beginnings. Now let's review some of the do's and don'ts with Mercury in retrograde, which is really being emphasized with the eclipse. Mercury, your expectations, communications, and during the retrograde, expect the unexpected. You could be changing your goals. The Mercury can retrograde. You'll always hear, don't sign contracts if you can help it. And if you have to sign a contract or make a commitment, do your due diligence. Take that contract, have an attorney look at it several times to make sure you understand everything. Travel plans is Mercury. Educational plans, there just may need to be some alterations. There could be changes in travel itineraries with Mercury in retrograde. You want to avoid making large purchases, and there might be some snafus with your electronic devices, with any technology, computers during that Mercury in retrograde. I would not be buying any new computers and software. Now, nowadays, you could, if you have a warranty, you could take it back, but why go through all of that hassle? Let's just wait until after Mercury goes direct on April the 25th. So in summary, there's a lot of opportunity for many people to really grab the brass ring and really go after your goals and dreams. And a lot of that is awakened with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction at around 21 degrees of Taurus. So let's go back. If you have planets just a couple of degrees, maybe 2 degrees around that 21, 22 degrees of Taurus, or opposite Scorpio, or even trining that best flow of energy of 21, 22 degrees of Virgo or Capricorn. That is where you could really, catch the wave and just ride it into shore. Do not be impatient. Be flexible with all that Mars, Saturn. It is favorable with the Jupiter, Uranus. Take your time. Much can be achieved. But what is being offered? What are you thinking about? What are you falling into? You don't really want to act on it, or quit your job, shake up a relationship during the retrograde, during the first 30 days. Just take your time. This is a big turning point for many of you to start launching a new career, a new business, a new job, a new personal relationships, a new lifestyle. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next time, be safe and well.